Start with number 2 Kansas, hosting 11th ranked Texas, riding a 69-game home winning streak at Allen Fieldhouse, and they jumped all over the horns early. Markieff Morris good from 3. Right after that, Josh Selby, steal and flush. Terrell Reed, get it, got it, good. 3 of his 17, Kansas up 16-2. Make it 18-3 to start the game after Brady Morningstar is good from the baseline. They were 7 of 10 from the field to open the game. Late first half. Morningstar, the steal, and then the sneaky hops. He had 8. Kansas up 12 at the half. Texas would come back. And you're thinking, this 69-game home winning streak is safe. But hold on, Jacobin Brown. He scored 28 against this Kansas outfit last year in Austin in a win. Hit a couple of threes to highlight a 13-2 run. The second gives Texas their first lead of the game, 45-44. Corey Joseph, spot up 3 is good. Watch this sequence here. Joseph, the offensive rebound, shot clock winding down, got it. Weekend banking hours in Lawrence, Kansas. Horns 5 of 11 from 3, but Kansas comes back. Markieff Morris and 1. Kansas within 5, but he had just 10 points. The senior Gary Johnson struggled with his stroke all afternoon, but he gets that dagger to go. And a streak almost 4 years in the making ends on Saturday.
7, Villanova in front of 33,000 plus. That's the second largest on-campus crowd in basketball history. First half, Villanova up 1. Malik Waynes burying the 3. He had 21, and then later in the first, Villanova up 7. Antonio Pena trapped in the corner, but he finds Corey Fisher wide open for another 3. Wildcats up 10. Later in the first, Villanova up 11. Fisher again the deep 3. Villanova hit a season high 11-3. Second half, Syracuse down 10. Chris Joseph on the drive, hitting the tough hook shot in traffic. Syracuse down 8. Same score off the miss. Rick Jackson grabs the rebound, misses, but tips in his own miss. Syracuse now down just 6. How about this for momentum? Ensuing Villanova possession, Joseph steals the ball from Fisher, goes in for the dunk, showing no ill effects of that concussion. He led all scorers with 23 points. Next Syracuse possession, they're down 6 now. Brandon Trish airballs the 3. Jim Boeheim less than thrilled. A minute to play. Villanova up 9. Syracuse attempting to press. They would leave Maurice Sutton wide open. Villanova wins 83-72.
Buckeyes trying to start a season 20-0 or better for the 3rd time in school history. Watch the work from the freshman Jared Sullinger. Takes an elbow in the mush, gets up, alters the shot, then blocks one there. Tough work from the freshman, and then he's not done. Grabs the rebound. Second half, Sullinger showing he can score. He's got an old man's game. I mean, he can still score and be explosive, but he can do so many things below the rim, in and around the paint. Deshaun Thomas hits a 3. He had 8 off the bench. Thad Matta played just 7 players on Saturday. Less than 30 seconds to play. Mike Tisdale hits a 3. Illini within 1, but less than 15 seconds to go. Illinois needs a 3. They don't get a 3 because John Diebler is there for the steal. And Ohio State beats Illinois for the 4th consecutive time, but it wasn't easy. 73-68. College game, number 5 Duke visiting Wake Forest. Blue Devils 1-5 in their last 6 games at Wake. Second half, Demon Deacons get within 4. C.J. Harris hits a 3. He had 11, but Kyle Singler hanging and hitting. He makes it 48-40. Singler now from the outside, good from 3. 24 points, 8 rebounds. Duke up 53-42. Blue Devils outscored Wake 42-27 in the second half. Ryan Kelly, 3 of his career-high 20. Then Nolan Smith, 19 points, but on 6 of 22 shooting. Kelly, 6 of 6 from the field, 4 of 4 from 3. Kelly, Smith, and Singler combined for 63. Duke wins 83-59.
Jamie Dixon and 4th-ranked Pittsburgh taking on a DePaul team that has never beaten the Panthers in Big East play. First half, Pitt already up 9. Brad Wanamaker drives, draws the DePaul defenders, then gives it to Gilbert Brown for the 3. Second half, Pitt now up 15. Wanamaker again driving, then giving it to Brown for the corner 3. Brown at a game-high 17. Still up 15. Ashton Gibbs gets into the action. A 3 for him. Pitt up 18. Next Pitt possession. Gibbs all alone there. Yet another 3. Pitt wins by 30, 80-50. The Panthers 7-0 in the Big East.
Number 8, UConn going out of conference, hosting Tennessee. Bruce Pearl coaching the Vols, serving a SEC suspension. This is a non-conference game, so he can coach. Melvin Goins, backdoor pass to John Fields. Tennessee up 6. Charles Okwandu underneath, part of a 10-1 run for the Huskies. Then in transition, watch Okwandu getting back on deep. Now, 5 seconds, first half. Kemba Walker, cold-blooded 3 as time expires. UConn up 1 at the break. Second half, Huskies up 3. Vols really keyed on Walker, holding him to a season-low 16 points. But he had some help. Jeremy Lack saved the ball from going out of bounds. Alex Oriaki to finish. He had 12 and 10. Make it 33 in a row against non-conference opponents, 72-61. Nation's leading scorer, Jimmer Fredette and BYU taking on Colorado State. Fredette has been lighting up the scoreboard, especially this month. Look at the range that he has. Crossover 3, BYU up 17-9. Fredette has scored at least 20 points in every game this season. He had 21 at the half and showcasing the full arsenal. My Lord. Where was that? From 40. Second half. Let's say we force him left. All right, never mind. BYU up 19. Give Fredette 42 points. He had 49 earlier this month. First player in Division I this season with 2 40-point games. BYU wins over 10 Texas A&M, hosting number 24 Kansas State. And a rough day for Kansas State freshman Shane Southwell. Now, we spot shadow Southwell there. Shot clock winding down. He has no idea and gets called for a shot clock violation. Then, once again, playing some defense. Ow! Runs right into Courtney Robertson and goes down hard, but he stayed in the game. Second half, still more than 15 minutes left in this game, except not for Southwell because he has fouled out. And to make matters worse, his own team misspelled his name on the back of his jersey. Oh, no. Yeah. Southwell. All right, back to the game. Aggies with a 4-point lead. Najee Hibbert, 3 from the quarter, part of a 13-zip run, 44-37 Aggies. Aggies shot just 37%, but there's Robertson inside for a high percentage chance. Last minute to play, Kansas State down 4. Jacob Pullen, he did have 21, but he's blocked here by David LeBeau. And the Aggies go on to win 64-56. They are 30-1 in their last 31 games at Reed Arena.
Game day at Purdue Saturday morning. Digger Phelps beating Purdue's famous world's largest drum. Number 13 Purdue fired up to face number 18 Michigan State. E'Twaun Moore owning the first half. Purdue down 4, knocking down the 3 here off the dribble. Purdue would be down 1 moments later, tied at 24. Moore wide open underneath with the lay-in there. Purdue now up 2. Late in the first half, Purdue up 11. Moore spinning, driving, laying it in. He had 19 points, 8 of 12 in the first half. He had 26 for the game. To the second half, Boilermakers up 8. Kelsey Barlow throwing down the dunk.
Are you serious? Are you serious right there? Little Jam City.
And Dickie V loving it. Purdue wins 86-76. We go back to West Lafayette, our game day crew, recapping Saturday.
12 Kentucky taking on South Carolina. Wildcats lost in Columbia when they were number 1 last season. John Calipari apologized earlier this week for cursing out freshman Terrence Jones.
I don't know what the top 10 plays of the day are, but I know not what number 1 is. That is the top play of the day.
Kind of hard not to cuss after seeing what Terrence Jones did on that dunk. Kentucky up 8. Brandon Knight, tough shot to go. Knight goes for 23 points and 7 rebounds. Kentucky goes on to win 67-58. This is their first conference road win, and it comes in Columbia.
Marquette at number 16, Notre Dame. Marquette just beat Notre Dame on January 10th by 22 points. Second half, Notre Dame down at 51-42 in transition. Scott Martin pulls up for the 3, but watch Carlton Scott comes through untouched for the putback dunk. Notre Dame down 7. Later in the second half, game tied at 57. Ben Hansbrough loses the ball in the lane, recovers, How about throwing up the desperation 3 to beat the shot clock? He gets it to fall. Notre Dame ahead 3. Under 9 minutes to go, same score. Hansbrough driving left side, throwing it down one-handed style. He had a career best 28 points. 2 minutes left. Notre Dame up 6. Shot clock winding down. Tim Abromaitis throwing off the off-balance jumper. Tyrone Nash putting it in. Notre Dame wins 80-75.
Illinois thing, Badgers at Northwestern. That is Josh Gosser, averaging coming in 5 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds. But how about this? 10 seconds left of the first half. Time winding down. Points in the paint, gets it to go. 10th point of the day for Gosser. Then John Shernish shot off the mark. Gosser's got it. So now he has 10 rebounds. 1 assist shy of the first triple-double in Scotty history. Got 11 minutes to do it, right? So Gosser over to Rob Wilson. Oh, boy. That's all right. Plenty of time. Gosser. There you go. Brett Valentine. No. Because you know what's better than a double-double? Triple-double. There you go. Ben Burst. Corner, no. Now we're down to 3 minutes to go. 9 assists. Gosser. Valentine buries it, and he has the first triple-double in Wisconsin men's basketball history. 78-46 Scotty. Gosser, 10 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists.
13-0 this season, 51 of the last 52 home games for Jamie Dixon's club. Again, Pittsburgh, second ranked in the country. First half, Brad Wanamaker. Panthers up 6, still in the first. Trayvon Woodle, another 3. We've got a theme going, still in the first. Wanamaker to Gilbert Brown. He hits the 3. Pittsburgh 5 of 10 from 3 in the first half, just 4 for 13 on deuces, up 5 at the break. Ben Hansbrough. Deuces. 4 points on 2 of 6 shooting in the first half. Coach Bray, what do you think about this kid? Well, he says there's an edge about him, a toughness about him, and sometimes a borderline craziness about him, which I love. I believe his big brother's nickname was Psycho T.
That's what I tell people about you.
Notre Dame down 2. Hansbrough, tough floater. This game tied. Kicks off a 9-2 Notre Dame run. More Hansbrough. 3-pointer, top of the key, and Notre Dame takes a 1-point lead. Hansbrough, he's going to get the pick from Scott Martin. Gary McGee going to take on Hansbrough. Hansbrough's 6'3", McGee's 6'11", but you know what, Stan?
What?
It's Hansbrough who's too big. He hits the jumper. Coach Bray calls this part of the game plan the burn. You wind down the shot clock, and then you burn them, and they execute it. This time he gets the screen again. Hansbrough does. McGee comes out. Hansbrough goes right by him. Coach fired up. Again, Hansbrough gets another pick. Ashton Gibbs tries to guard Hansbrough this time. He drives by him. Irish up 4. Pittsburgh going to make a run back. 90 seconds to go. Wanamaker. Into the lane. Drives and scores. We've got a 3-point game, but under a minute to go, it's Hansbrough who said this is probably the best win he's ever had. His friends, they call him Mr. Glass. Notre Dame, 56-51. Hansbrough, 19 points, 7 assists. Carlton Scott State hosting Baylor. These two no longer ranked. Kansas State coach Frank Martin right there. Curtis Kelly blows the layup. Jacob Pullen. He can't get her to go, and then K-State knocks it out of bounds. Shane Southwell throws up an air ball. Holly Rowe caught up to Coach Martin. What do you have to say?
What do you have to clean up in this messy first half?
How about making a layup?
That's a start.
How about making a layup, Holly? We've missed 7 layups. Can't make layups, it's hard to win.
Kansas State led by 7 at that. How would you like to be a fly on the wall at a Frank Martin halftime speech? You'd come out yelling at the other flies.
After you miss 7 layups, no thanks.
Yeah. Southwell, alley-oop, Jamar Samuels, and then Pullen hits the 3. Wildcats pulling away. They're up 9, and then Pullen's going to lose it on the drive. Gets it back. Get it back. Feeds Kelly. Dunk it. K-State had lost 4 of 5. They win it 69-61.